Hey guys, Higgy Pop in the comic room. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, man. Just it's Tuesday, and I got my weekly poll, from my local comic shop, and DC Comics comes out on Tuesdays, so I jump all over that, man. I'm on that like white on rice. So let me show you what I got. I got my weekly poll, my poll list. All right. So I got Superman Lost. I've been reading this. This is issue number 5 of 10. It's going really well. It's going really well. And this looks like Wonder Woman's got him there. She's got him in the old camel clutch. But Superman got lost. He was on a mission with the Justice League, you see. And there was some sort of space-time continuum contraption that only he could deactivate. So he went in. He goes, "I'm going in. I'm a hero." And everyone's like, "No, Superman, you're gonna die." He's like, "I got this." And so he does it, but he sacrifices his own life and he zaps out. He zapped out. Boop! And they couldn't find him. And the thing is, he was gone. To him, he was gone for years. All right. But now when he comes back, he's back, and everyone's like, he's like, "I've been gone for years," and everyone's like, "No, you're gone for like whatever, a day," and like, but he's got PTSD, like, because he was out in space, far, far away. So he had to hold his breath. So when he's back home with Lois, he's like scaring her because he's like he won't breathe at night because he's got the PTSD. So they're just showing where he was and what was going on and how he got back. This is a great story. It's going good. Superman Lost. I didn't read it yet. I'll let you know. And Danger Street. This is all done up with all the characters from the DC first issue back in the day. And there's Manhunter. Looks like he's in a little of a spot. And in the bottom it says The Creeper. So this is issue number 7. All right, and it's great. All the guys, all the first, Dr. Fate. Warlord, Lady Cop, the Assassin, Manhunter, the Dingbats, the Doody Little Lady, Starman. You can't ask for more. And they wrap them all up into one story. Fantastic. It's got me riveted. And I know I said, this is what I said. I said, I'm not getting involved in any of this, this whole craziness with this new thing with DC, Night Terrors. I'm not going down with it. But I was told by a little birdie, tweet. It said, if you want to wrap it up, get the gist of what's going on. Get the one that came out, Night Terrors issue number 1, and you'll get to see what the heck's happening here. And Sandman from the JSA is in it. He's in it to win it. So I'm like, yes. And so I can tell you what's happening. there's a baddie. That's him. His name is Insomnia. All right. So this last event, crisis event, which I completely skipped, thank God for small miracles. The Lazarus planet or something. I was absent that day. Apparently, the Lazarus rain came down and it affects people, and it rained on Arkham Tower and Asylum, and one of the prisoners was left in there, and he got rained on by this Lazarus juice, and he became Insomnia, and he's looking for not the Dream Stone, he's looking for the Nightmare Stone. So it starts off with Dr. Destiny. He's getting tortured by Insomnia, and he thinks Dr. Destiny has the Nightmare Stone. So anyways, all the superheroes get put to sleep by Insomnia. Okay? But when he does it, they're all going to sleep. But Batman's like, no, God, no, Dag, never, I don't want to go to bed. Meh. And he goes, but he gets him. He goes, activate protocol, bat fart, or whatever he says. And then, but when it happens, before he goes to sleep, Deadman is there with him, and Deadman jumps in his body. So Batman is asleep, but Deadman is working his body like it's an avatar. So he's trying to get to the bottom and save all the heroes. Deadman in Batman's body. Now, Insomnia is looking for the Nightmare Stone. For whatever reason, I don't know. So, but let's find our man Sandman. There's Deadman. Yeah. looking good. Need a little sun, but you're looking good there, Boston. All right. And, aha. So, look, there's Sandman's. Oh, there's the gas mask. There's the hat. Yeah. And here he is. Ba ba ba. He's got the gas gun, and he's saying, "I always loved a good mystery." Me too. That makes two of us, pal. All right, so I will read this also, and I will fill you in. And I was doing a little shopping. There was a couple new long boxes in there. I said, "Allow me." This was at Second Alarm Comics down the street from my house. Great place. Oh, check this out. Okay, I got Action Comics issue number 598. 598. And you're like, good for you, Higgy. No. So, anyways, there is something special about this book. This is the first appearance of Checkmate. Checkmate, the organization, a spy group, which is great. I always loved Checkmate. Even Mr. Terrific ran Checkmate for a little bit in his day. He was the Black Knight or something like that, the Rook or whatever they call each other. Anyways, I have the Checkmate runs. There was one in 2006. It went through 1 through 30 or something. I got that. It's fun read, man. A lot of good characters coming in and out. All the characters we know from DC. There was a series that came out in the late 80s. I got that. It's fun, man. It's fun, all right? Anyways, but look at this book. Metropolis is spelt wrong. I don't know if that's something special to this book. I'm sure it's not, but I'll do some more research. They spelt Metropolis wrong, man. But it's the first appearance of Checkmate. All right, Action Comics 598. Oh, wait, I forgot to show you this. Mark Waid with his World's Finest. I will never miss a week, a month, I mean. Whatever comes out, I'm there. This is featured one of the old school Teen Titans story. We'll see how this goes. It looks great. You even got Bumblebee over there. And anyways, you got Donna Troy, you got Aqualad, and they're Speedy. I'm gonna check it out. It hasn't let me down yet. This is issue number 1, World's Finest, Teen Titans. All right. And this is a great book. I'm gonna show you right now. Are you ready? All right. World's Finest, issue number 260. And this is fun, till my daddy took my T-Bird away. This came out in 79. All right, Rich Buckler and Giordano on the cover. And, okay, so let me do a little dialogue. If Batman has to fly to save Superman, then by heaven I'll fly. And Batman's leaping into the air like he's flying. Okay, let me show you what happens. I read this. There's a lot of stories, and the stories get better and better. There's stories of there's an Atom story in here. Okay, that's all right. And then there's a Captain Marvel story, and then there's a Black Lightning story, which is great. I mean, the Black Lightning story. First of all, the Captain Atom in the Black Lightning story. The Black Lightning story is drawn by Michael Netzer. The art is fantastic, man, and the inking is like on the money. I'll show you. I mean, and the same thing with the Captain Marvel. Who the heck drew that? Don Newton drew. I'll show you. Anyways, let me brief you. This first story with Batman and Superman, as you can see, there's 2 green aliens down there. So these green aliens show up in the atmosphere above Metropolis, and they're acting like jerks. And they come cruising in on their spaceship, and they're over there, right? And they did what did they do? Oh, they blast a building. They start blasting it, and Superman's like, "What the heck are they doing?" So he goes over there, and he fixes the building, and he's like, "Let me go inspect." And he flies up to the ship, and the 2 green guys come out to meet him, and they see that Superman's flying, and they're like, "This guy could fly, right?" And the thing is, they are very they get ashamed. These aliens get ashamed if someone is more powerful than them. They have like huge egos, all right. So instead of saying like, "We don't know how to fly like you," they're like, Superman's like, "Come down to our planet. I'll show you around." They're like, instead of saying, "Well, we don't fly," they start hauling Keister down to the earth, right? And then they And Superman's like, you guys are going kind of quick. And they're like, no, we got it, right? And they come slamming into the earth, boom. And they're like, yeah, this is how we always land, right? And he's like, just say you don't know how to fly. But their egos are so huge, right? So now they tell Superman, all right, it's all good. Earth's cool, right? And Batman shows up, and Batman's like, are these guys all right? And Superman's like, yeah, I got it. They're a little weird, but... So then Batman's like, Superman's like, let's go back to your ship, and you guys could leave. And they're like, yeah, we'll fly up, but you know what? We don't feel like flying. Why don't you fly us up? So Superman's like, all right, I'll fly you up to your ship because you don't feel like flying. So they get him up there, and they start beating Superman up. They start beating him up, and they have this thing that drains his power, right? And da da da. So now, Batman's like, I gotta go save him. So Batman shows up, and they think Superman has something's going on where they think they could suck the flight power out of Superman. And Batman shows up and is like, no, it's not a power. All Earthling, he's an Earthling. All Earthlings can fly. And he's like, yeah, it's not true. And Batman's like, yeah, it is. And he says, and he's like, he says, look, I can fly. And he jumps out a window, and it looks like he's pretending to fly, but he's on a rope. So it's just a silly, silly story. But that's just how it goes. And what I want to get to is, there's the Atom story. And it is good art. It is good art. I'll tell you that. But wait till I show you the story with classic Atom villain. Okay. Here we go. Black Lightning. Locked in combat, all right? The Magnetic Menace. And it's written by Denny O'Neil, and Mike Nasser is the artist. Okay. Just look at the inking. Look at the musculature, right? And that's nothing. I mean, every part, all their limbs are shredded. Look at this. And it gets better and better. I mean, just look at this guy, man. Ah. Oh. Yes. I mean, look at that stuff. It's like they took their time, man. And look at this. Look at Black Lightning. Look at that art. The inking. Oh my God. You see every muscle shredded. Such a good job, man. And you got to see this. I mean, look at these action. They're low down, drag out fight. Look at the action, man. Right? And look at that face. And look at just him just laying on his back. You can see look at all that detailed ink work. I was blown away. Right? Very impressive. Very impressive stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's all good, man. It's all good. I mean, thop. You know you got punched hard when you says thop. Please thop it. All right. Now, Captain Marvel the same way. Don Newton does the art. Dave Hunt is on the inks. Now, look at the way they draw Captain Marvel. And he just looks great, man. Right? Blown away, man. Blown away. I was very happy with this. Yeah, that was great. They did a great job.
They did a great job.
All right. That's my World's Finest issue number 260. Wanted to share. And what else did I get? I got Marvel 2-in-1 issue king size annual. All right. Now I got this. I don't think I have this. This is number 1. All right. This I got it because the Liberty Legion with the thing. All right. And this is the cover is by Jack Kirby. Obviously, look at that. Great, man. You know the Liberty Legion. It's got the Patriot, Red Raven. You know they got what is it? Miss America. They got the Wizard on that team and all that. I think Jack Frost, you know, all those guys. So, I got that. I will check it out. Awesome. And this is something I already have, but I want to show you because it's a good story to read. King Size Annual number 5, Conan the Barbarian. Wedding night, a king, Conan, and Zenobia. Zenobia turns into, whoa. Hey now. He's like, I'm going to go to the kitchen and get something to eat. All right, okay, bye-bye. But this was a great story. It's worth reading. And it's drawn by John Bishuma and inked by Ernie Chan. The classic team up for a lot of the Conan after Barry. And a giant-sized Spider-Man, issue number 3, because I love Doc Savage. And doesn't that look familiar? Little Gil Kane. Gil Kane, actually, a lot of people. Gil Kane, Frank Giacoa, a lot of people are involved. I think Mike Esposito. But I love Doc Savage. And on the inside, I think Ross Andrew does the art. And that's the Man of Bronze. I love him. Love him. So I'm going to give this a read. This is January 75. And I don't think I have this. But Marvel Team Up, issue number 112. Spider-Man and King Cole. And, you know, can't go wrong with little King Cole. Because he is the Tiger of Atlantis. And the cover is done by no other than Marie Severin. She's very impressive. Very underrated. And Herb Trimpe does the art inside. This is December of 81. I just want to look at Herb Trimpe art because he's a piece of work. Yeah, I love it. There's Cole.
Smile, Cole. Smile harder, please.
Say,
on the count of 3, say, stab someone. Stab someone.
All right. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, man.
Indeed.
Indeed. Oh, wow.
Look at the Saturday morning cartoon lineup. You got Zorro, and you got
The Lone Ranger and
Tarzan show.
you got Popeye and Olive Oil. Black Star.
Black Star.
Fat Albert Gang. Tom and Jerry. And this is a good one. This is good. It's all good. Action-packed.
It's all good stuff. Issue number 112.
All right. Now. Right here. I've been on a Warlord of Mars, John Carter kick lately. I only need a couple more. I think I maybe like 6 and 7 for the whole run, but I didn't have any annuals. King size annual, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Warlord of Mars, #1, and that's another Gil Kane beauty. The first and greatest epic adventure hero in a special novel-length world-spanning thriller. Yes. Warlord of Mars. You know, it's not like the DC Warlord. I mean, try being a Warlord of Mars. I mean, you could be a Warlord of Earth. That's easy. Try it in Mars, pal. All right? Come talk to me when you're the Warlord of Mars. The nerve. All right. All right. Got a hand cramp. All right. King size annual, Edgar Rice Burroughs, John Carter, Warlord of Mars, issue #2. Yes. This is. Only John Carter stands between a ravaging horde of headless beasts and the safety of his adopted world. But this time the Warlord of Mars is hopelessly outnumbered. I think he's got it. I think he'll figure it out. Yeah, man. And Ernie Chan does all the pencils and the cover, and he did the inks. He did it all. Soup to nuts, Ernie Chan. Ernie. Chua. Chuan. All right. So that's what I got today, man. Just wanted to share. Just wanted to share with you guys. Just wanted to check in. It's a little late because I'm tired. I mean, look at that art. Come on, man. I like to fill my eye holes with some good comic book art before I go nine-nine, because then I can dream of me in a comic. A lot of times I do that. I used to read a bunch of Hawkmans, and then when I go to sleep, all of a sudden I'm flying. I'm like, "Look, Mom, I'm Hawkman." She's like, "You better come down from there. You're gonna get hurt." Did you ever do that when you're a kid, jump off the roof or something? I had an infatuation with capes as a kid. I was like, I had the whole idea, like, yeah, capes. You know, capes are great. I had like a windbreaker, and I just button the top button, and I go cruising on my big wheeler bike. I'm like, and I wanted to flap. I'm like, "Hey, is it flapping? Is it flapping?" They're like, "Yeah, it's flapping." You're one special kid. Guys, read your comics because they make you smart.